Okay, so what kind of situation do we currently have on GBP, JPY? Now, if you remember in our previous video on this pair, what did we say? We said inside of this area, okay, inside of this resistance area, we want to see the market make a rejection to the downside, and we want to see GBP, JPY reach the neckline. So basically the previous resistance here now turns support, exactly the area that the market reached right now to complete this W formation, because as you know, after a W formation, you want to see the market go and complete the pattern at the neckline. Plus, in this case, we also had clear structure here, so we definitely wanted to see this market make the move to the downside. I will link that analysis in the description so you can go and check it out. We definitely wanted to see this move to the downside. So from a daily perspective, what happened? The market, after this huge impulse, we knew that the market was overextended and we wanted to see the retracement. Now, if you were able to capitalize on this move to the downside, great job. What is next? Where is the next opportunity that there is for this pair? Now, as we said, from a weekly point of view, the market has just completed the pattern, okay? Has just completed the weekly pattern at the previous weekly resistance, which is now support. But keep in mind, also in the daily, as you can see, this was previous resistance here, again resistance here, and all this resistance is turned support at this area. So the market has completed the first move that we wanted to see. What is the next move? Now, before we go in and before I go and show you how we will be approaching GBP, JPY with students, let's go and see what kind of situation do we currently have from a COT perspective on the pound and on the JPY. So let's start by seeing what kind of situation we currently have from a GBP perspective. Okay, let's start from the pound. So on the pound, what we can clearly see is that we're sitting currently at a very massive amount of shorts. In fact, we're currently sitting at 63K shorts from an institutional perspective on the pound. So hedge funds are selling the pound aggressively. As you can see, thousands of shorts getting added. And in fact, the net positions are currently sitting at minus 36K from the positive 35K that we had, meaning that we went from having a positive positioning, so more longs than shorts on the pound from a hedge fund perspective, to having more shorts than longs. And if we go and see what we have from a JPY perspective, we can see that also on the JPY, we're sitting at a pretty high 32K with way more longs than shorts from an institutional perspective on the JPY. So we definitely wanted to see the move to the downside. And currently, obviously, the market is trending to the downside aggressively also on the 4-hour time frame. So there is absolutely no way to be looking for a long from this area yet. But things might change in the future. Now, as usual, if you want to measure a retracement, how are you supposed to be taking the Fibonacci from the low to the high of the impulse? And what you can see is that currently we are sitting at the 50% Fibonacci retracement, which the market has already rejected. But anyway, the interesting area here is in between the 50% and 0.618. And this is exactly the area that we will be monitoring with students. Now, at the moment, guys, there is absolutely zero opportunity to be looking for a long, okay? On the 4-hour, everything is bearish. And always remember, monthly, weekly, and daily are for direction. The 4-hour is for entry. But if on the 4-hour, everything is still bearish, obviously you can't be looking for a long. So what we will be doing is waiting for a possible shift from a bearish market to a bullish market from a 4-hour perspective, and only then we will add GBP, JPY on watch list, and as soon as the market will provide to us one of our valid entries, if it will provide it, then we will be taking a nice long, and at that point we will have a good probability and good risk to reward for the move to the upside and completion of this impulse correction and impulse pattern to the upside with the creation of a higher high. Now, when it comes to the target, the upside target will obviously be this upside structure here, which was previous support here, support here, support here, and support here, now turned resistance at this area. But first, we need to see the market shift from a bearish market to a bullish market, because at the moment, everything is still bearish. Now, if you enjoyed this free analysis and education, make sure you drop a like and a comment. It really does support the creation of more free education and analysis for all of you. and I will see you in the next video.